Good day, beautiful people. Welcome to a private virtual safari coming to you live from Pridelands Conservancy.
Great, isn't it? Lions next to you.
Lochano kinganamgena ku live boot camp chat with Khaya Tlou. Wednesday weekly show that is coming to live from the Greater Kruger National Park here in this beautiful area called Pridelands Conservancy in the southern part of Balule Nature Reserve. My name is Khaya, my second name is Tlou, and the first name means home and the second name means elephant. Combination of my second name means home of the elephant. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining and taking your time wherever you are. Stopped everything and watch my show. It's our Wednesday show that talks about almost everything that our live cameras that are installed around here and other places, that what they see and what we're going to do. We're going to be playing live cameras, and we're also going to play pre-recorded clips that are captured by these beautiful cameras that are here in Pridelands Conservancy and also in our eastern neighbor reserve, which is called Khaya or Boston. So there's 2 cameras on the other side, and here we have 5, and also have CVT northeast of where I am right now, and we have the ones in CVT. We have Boskamp just in Leadwood outside Hoedspruit where we are right now, and we have the ones in Cape Town at Penguin Camp. I think it's quite busy. It has 2 chicks in the meantime. And so what's going to happen, who's on FC this evening is Matthew Gee. So he'll be playing all the live clips from our live cameras, and then we go through each of them and discuss on what we see there, because it's nighttime here, and hopefully going to be seeing all these animals that are starting to emerge at this time of the day, and hopefully we see all these beautiful animals, because not far from our favorite camera, which is called HQ, waterhole camera, this camera 1, 2 and 3, and not far from that there's a leopard. So we're hoping that maybe it's gonna come to that area, and there were elephants seen there, and also lions. So we're lying there. We left them after our live drive. And before I continue, I want to see who's with us. At least we have 12 people in the meantime now. We have Rosalind, we have Wheeler, we have Jive Bunny, Mary, hello. We have Ida Chikudu, hello there, that's my friend. We have Atropa. We have Aiden. Aiden, how are you? From Stellenbosch, right? From Cape Town. Hello, thank you for joining us. And we have who's there? Okay, I think that's the list, because I'm looking at the live chat. So hopefully more people will be joining. And thank you so much again for joining. Let me see. Okay. So yes, Mary will be playing cameras, live cameras, all of them, just one at a time, and see what we can find there. And also what's going to happen, we're going to be showing you all the viewer photos that they send on our app on our from their phones. So if you don't have an app, just go to Google Play Store, and then you type painted.tv there, and then it will pop out there, and then you install, and then you start joining the conversation. It's happening there. And we also have some good nice slot there with conservation news. I've been posting quite a lot of things around and letting you know about what's happening in our wilderness, not only here but also around the world. And yes, what's going to happen, we'll be playing that. I have the viewer photos, I have the pre-recorded, and I also have this beautiful thing here, a device or a toy that is called a microscope. I have two things here, like looks like an insect and an ant. So we're going to check what's happening there. So Maddie, let's go to our first live camera, brother. Yes, Mary, you're following a leopard in a private live drive. Yes, it was nice, but that leopard wasn't relaxed. I think it was a little bit skittish, but yeah, we had a nice time with it, and then we left it. And then after that, we saw lions, we saw elephants, we saw everything. So now we have this is Prideland's HQ Elephant Camp that I was explaining to you guys. So you can see there's nothing really happening here. It's August now. It means it's windy. So you can see there's some wind going on and some few little flying insects. And this one is looking straight southeast. And we actually have 3 cameras here, Elephant Cam 1, 2 and 3, and just near the same area, but they're looking in different angles. So you can see the moon is shining beautifully so. So camera 1 is saying it's still dirty, so it means we're going to wipe it a little bit tomorrow. And because it's quite lower, so the elephants, when they come there and drink, and when they walk by, and the buffaloes come, and then they just cover that with mud. But we clean it as often as possible. And Mary, let's go to another one, brother. Brian Acosta, can see you. Elephant Cam 3 is up and about. You can see it's a little bit skewed because the horizon it's slopey there, but it's quite flat. And what's happening is that maybe an elephant shifted this camera a little bit. So you can see that's the north, and the boundary is not far from the camera is, and you may sometimes see animals passing by or cars passing by there, because on the other side of the reserve we are not allowed to traverse there because we don't have permission to traverse there. We're only traversing on the eastern side of the reserve, in our neighbor reserve called Boston. And yes, maybe let's go to another. Yes. Those frogs are loud. They are very loud. They are out and about, and it's getting warmer because today it was about 81 degrees Fahrenheit. That was 27 degrees Celsius. And yes, we're going to be seeing lots and lots of things, especially reptiles. They will be much active because the sun is out and about. Snakes, frogs are back, and I've seen a few, and I've seen a few spiders coming out because it's getting quite warmer. And yes, we're going to, but those toads that you can hear from the camera. And this is hyena cam. It's been quite a little bit. Yeah, and I saw a few hyenas walking by, but not in a live drive. So they are here, but they're not utilizing this as much as they did a few months ago, because those cubs are now bigger to follow their mothers and the other members of the clan. So that's why they don't use that much then as their safety, because now they can run away from predators, they can run away from their threats. They are nice and fit, and what happens is they are following their adults, because what happens, they have to learn to be superb hunters, because spoiled hyenas are mostly known to be scavengers, like fully scavengers, but they're not really scavengers. They do scavenge, but they make their hunts quite a lot, and especially when you see them with the carcass, they either stole it or they hunted that prey down, because they are formidable hunters. And most of the time, if people you tell them this, they will say no. The lions are much vicious compared to the hyenas in terms of like hunting. And lions, most of the time, they are asleep or they're just moving. But what happens is if they feed for let's say for a day or two, bigger carcass, they'll be sitting there for about 4 days, not doing anything, just moving and defecating and peeing and roaring if they want to. But yes, hyenas are always busy. Hyenas are always busy, because most of the time, as the night comes, just now, early evening, lions will be moving and trying to hunt and stuff. But around midnight and late night, they will be sleeping, or just having some siesta time, unless there's something that avail itself, and then they start hunting. But early hours of the morning, in the sun, before the sun comes out or after sunrise, then you'll see them being active, trying to hunt and do everything. So yes, hyenas are always busy. Arla Ramo, I can see you there. Mary, let's go to another den side, brother. Another camera, I mean, another den side. Aiden, how often do we see brown hyenas? I haven't seen a brown hyena yet, but in this area called Leadwood, there are brown hyenas that have been seen, and in the Kruger Park, there have been brown hyenas being spotted. They're not only found in Namibia or Northern Cape, but they're also found around here. And yes, I think they were denning a few months ago, if I'm not mistaken, in Leadwood. But I'll ask Brent more about that, because they found that they are den. So yes, they are brown hyenas, but I haven't seen them. But they're not as vicious as the spotted, because the brown hyenas, they always avoid conflict with the spotted hyenas, because the spotted hyenas are quite larger compared to the brown hyenas. And the brown hyenas, they don't live in huge packs or clans like the spotted hyenas. So what they do, sometimes they just prefer to scavenge, and hyenas, what they do is they try by all means to feed as much as possible. That's why hyenas are like animals that are very successful, because they can survive almost on everything, because they can eat fruits, they can eat bones, they can eat carcass, they can eat most of the things that other apex predators can't survive with. But yes, let's go to another one, Mary. Oh, this is I didn't explain about this is critter camp just here next to me. So it's a critter camp. It's this beautiful camera that grabs whatever small creature that crawls around here or walks about. You can see there's a flying insect thing. Or going to Penguin Camp Quick, and that's in the Western Cape. So what's happening, Mary? There are chicks there. It looks like they're chicks. Yes, they're still blackish in color. So there will be these beautiful things. Look at that! So at least these ones have survived until this day. And so they're patiently waiting for mom or dad to come and regurgitate them food, so that they can grow into these bigger African penguins. So at this age, you won't see what penguins are these, but the African penguins are only penguins that they breed in South Africa, and so it's easier to tell. But if you don't see them, their complete color, you have to wait for mom or dad to come, and you can identify what penguins are these. So these are African penguins, waiting patiently. So mom will be going out and leaving them to relax a bit, because sometimes you hear them being noisy, and what they do, mom comes back, or the parents can come back and deal with the situation. Especially when they're hungry, they will start making noise, but when they are full and relaxed, they won't, unless they feel maybe a threat coming closer to them. They might be screaming a little bit. And what happens is African penguins, they will go as far as 20 kilometers deep in the ocean, and they'll be hunting all those crustaceans and all these small living invertebrates. Oh, this mosquito is busy irritating me here. Sorry. Yes, and so these ones, what's going to happen is that they will fledge when they're about 160 days, and then what they do is they will molt first, and then when molting, what happens is it both happens on with the chicks and the adults. So what happens during molting time, they fast. So that simply means they don't hunt, they don't do anything, because they don't have their complete wings to move about or to go and swim. So they get to stay about 3 weeks, the adults, before they take to the shore or to the ocean. And these ones, what they do is they're going through their first molting stage, and then they will go to the ocean for about a year and sometimes 2, and then they will be coming back and to their natal colony. And what they do is they will start molting as adults, and then they will leave again. And what they do is they can go there as long as they want, and then they will be coming back to breed in those areas where they feel safer, in the banks, away from bigger predators. And let's go to another one, which is in the Western Cape. Call this place in South Africa Tlou. So what allows penguins to swim is their what do you go do the legs and how their body is built and their wings and feathers. Oh, rare crashes guy, thank you for joining. And so this is Tlou, yes. So this one, it's quite busy, not as busy as other cameras, because we sometimes see Cape Hare, we see Springbok, we see Egyptian geese here, but not a lot. But around that area you'll find eland, you'll find the cheetahs there, you find, but I haven't seen them yet, the rooi hartebeest, they are known as the red hartebeest, the beautiful, nice, heart-shaped horns, but I haven't seen them around here, because when I was in the Greater Karoo I used to see that. And you also find the black wildebeest that looks very different from our beautiful blue wildebeest, which it has a little bit of white beard, and it's brownish in color with a nice tail that is white or light brownish in color. Hi Julie, thank you for joining. Mary, let's go to another one, brother. Let's go to another one. Yes, Jeff, but I hope these chicks are big enough to avoid the genocide. They're helpless in the meantime because they can't really fight back. And sometimes these adults, they push away predators. They try by all means, but if they can't afford to, then they end up losing their chicks. But hopefully those ones will stay nice and put there. Yes, man, this is the VET. We are in CVT. So this one of the busiest camera after our critter cam. And so this one, at this time of day, you will be seeing hippos coming to drink, and you will also see some nocturnal animals like the antelopes coming to drink. And impalas, they're not staying far from this water hole, because impalas, they depend on water. But what they do at this time of the day, they don't like going to the water holes, go and drink. So they will be going early morning tomorrow, because what they do is they try by all means to stay away from these areas that they can't really see clearly, especially in these thick areas. And that's what they do most. Mary, let's go to another one, brother. Postcard, wow, also a busy camera. So there's nothing happening here at Boscombe. So you can see there's a tree that these animals, they like to hang around and use that as a shade. And you'll sometimes see leopards, you sometimes see cheetahs, you see all sorts of plain game there, the kudus, impalas, wildebeests, lots of zebras and kudus, and also giraffes. And my favorite animals to watch in the bush, which is called a warthog. Your warthogs, they love coming there, and sometimes at this time of the day, you'll see genets walking by, you'll see porcupines walking by, and jackals. They love the area. And Mary, still more, brother. Oh, Khwenga. We have Khwenga in Tomo Dam. So this is Khwenga waterhole, just on the eastern side from where we are right now. This is a Khwenga waterhole. And then there's nothing really happening, but sometimes you see a civet walking past by there. And I've seen quite a few sightings of honey badgers here. And sometimes you'll see a common duiker coming to drink. And elephants, they love this place. Jive Bunny, porcupines at night, Boscombe, yes, they love it. They love the area. There's quite a huge activity of porcupines in Boscombe. I've seen quite a few. And Mary, let's go to another one, but I believe it's Ntomo Dam. Ntomo Dam has been capturing Ezulwini this previous week. Yeah, it's very blurry, eh? So this is a dam. So you can see a line of tree line there. And then there's a dam wall on the left hand side of the screen, going horizontally there. You can see where the water edge is. So sometimes you see elephants here. They love this area, and this dam it's been surviving because some of the dams they are going a little bit down, but this one has been surviving, and you can see these hippos. I don't prefer this one because I don't think it's that much deep. Because hippos, what they do is they like to stay submerged for quite some time and come back and float and stuff. So if the level of, that level of water is minimal, then they don't like going to that kind of water hole or river or dam. So they prefer to be in this area where they can hide away from the sun and they come out again. But if you're vulnerable, just like these smaller pools or these pools that they lost their territory, they're pushed away and then they become vulnerable. You find them in bushes and sometimes find them in the shallow rivers or dams trying to settle a little bit. But you'll see the sun burns them easily. So Manny, I think that's it. Just a little bit. Manny, let's go to Elephant Camp. Any of them, I think lions are roaring there. I did hear lions. Maybe they might be there. Yeah, let's wait a bit. So elephant came on. So lions are just here not far from this. We are roaring. And what's so interesting is that sorry, these are roaring lions. Oh, look what's on the critter came. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at that. And you can hear what I'm saying because it's just right outside the studio. That one right beside. This seabed. Beautiful, beautiful creature. I don't know whether it's a male or female. But here drink. And this one loves feeding on millipedes, but it goes for fruits and other small little antelopes. You can go for impala lambs if you get a chance to, and you can see how skinny are its legs, and it's such quite a big animal. Whoa! Look at that! And so these ones they live in like thick bushes. They don't prefer being in holes and stuff, so they will be active at this time of the day. This is beautiful. This is magic. This is beautiful. Wow. So just here, it was listening to me. And I can hear the hyenas from a distance. Whoa, that was proper. Alright, everybody, thank you so much. We are lucky. We are lucky. We are lucky. Aiden, you were fortunate enough to see us when you said it in Yala Lodge near Chichana. Yeah, in June. Beautiful. He's such a huge boy, such a big boy, eh? You're so lucky being next to that giant. That's a male trapper. Beautiful. And so as I was talking about those lions that are roaring outside, so hopefully they will be roaring again. So it's called the Breakaway Pride. We have 2 adult females. It consists of 2 adult females. And there's 3 that's left now. We have 3 sub-adult calves. So the 4th one is lost. So it's somewhere around. So now they are walking towards northeast of the reserve, and that sub-adult has been lost. And this it's the youngest sub-adult. It's roaming around the west. So it's been seen a western direction, a western area, and it didn't look good. It looked very skinny, it looked very hungry, and it was trying to do contact calling and stuff. And what happens is it's not fully ready to hunt on its own, and it will struggle a little bit, and then it starts catching small little birds, small little animals, and maybe if you're going to go for a newly born calf, it might win. But at this age, because it's just, I think it's a year old now. 11 months, 12 months old, if I'm mistaken, but just around it. So it's been trying to follow up on these, but they are not finding each other. So hopefully this roar that's happening outside, it will be attracting that one individual, it's a female sub-adult lion, to this area. And unfortunately, if it stays for a long time, not hunting, not eating, and not catching up with the rest of the pride, it will. Listen to that. Mary, let's go. Elephant again, brother. Just outside here, so hopefully they will be walking because they're not from this camera, elephant cam 1 and 2, so hopefully we'll hear them. So as I was saying, unfortunately, if it doesn't keep up with the rest of the pride, what's going to happen is either it's going to die from starvation, unless it starts hunting, and it will be killed by hyenas if they see it, and most definitely hyenas will kill it. And if it's weak enough and it can't run away from other prey species like elephants might kill it, and also buffaloes will kill it. And yeah, it's gonna be a sad story, but hopefully it will join up with these individuals because now they started roaring. So I think she can hear the rest of the pride. Yes, Julia, that's what I'm hoping to join up with the rest of the pride. Quick when take a seafood, poor thing only came for a drink. When was that proper? Yeah, Jeff, but I'm also white, but these animals are survivors, but conditions that animal was, last time I saw it, I think it was 4 or 5 days ago, it was in great, but hopefully the calls will reunite them. So Mary, what we're going to do now, we're going to our pre-recorded clips from our live cameras, and if Mary sees something on a live camera, he will jump onto that, and if those lions start roaring, he will jump onto that. And yes, what we're going to do now, we're going to chat about what our cameras see, what our cameras saw a week or a few days ago. Oh, it's been a while not doing this, so it feels. I'm. Mary, were you hearing me, brother? Because I just saw that I didn't put my mic on. So how was my sound? Was it good? Was it good? Because I was a bit loud. Was it good? I'm in trouble. As I've mentioned, it's been a while not doing this. It's like, yo, my mic is back. Oh, the critter cam, porcupine shove is, it's bad. So yes, what we're going to do, let's just see whether I still can use this. Mehdi, let's go to our first of on our list. Yes, and it's playing now, Mehdi. And this happened on the first 8th month, 2022. That was the first day of August. Yes, there's something that's. Ooh, look at that. Let me pause there, Mehdi. Let me just pause it. Look at that. Look at that. That's a lion, and it's a male, and it looks like it's hurrying on something. So what happens when they do this? Most of the time, it's either they are running away from other males pushing in, but here it's in Boskamp. They won't be running away from other males unless new males are being introduced when these ones are very old, because that's a huge fenced reserve where these animals, they don't walk to other places. They only roam around that area. And then what happens is when they get very, very old, and then they will introduce new males, and so they can have a territorial fight or take over, and then they will eventually kill these bigger males or older males, and then the new ones will take over. And so if it's not running away from those particular males, what happens is it's running towards a stress call, maybe of a buffalo, maybe the females or other members of the pride having a kill. And sometimes they can run away from hyenas if it needs to, if there's lots and lots of hyenas, but they run away too. And sometimes they run like this when they're trying to sneak and make sure that they're not detected by any other prey species. Maybe just closing a gap a little bit. Yes, look at that. This is one of the 3 boys of Leadwood. Yes, or can say Boskamp. I think you're a lot more. It means I was loud enough. So that's what we see, and then it's so interesting to see such a behavior, because at this time of the day, that was 2:15. That's morning time. So most of the time, no one's in the bush around that time. You can't see what's happening or the behavior of some animals or most animals in the bush at that time. And then these cameras, they grab whatever action that they get a chance to. So that's why it's so important to have such live cameras. So we can look. Let's go to the next one, Mary. Ooh, look at that. We have a vet rhinoster. That's Afrikaans. So people they call it a white rhino, or some they call it a wide rhino. So you can see it's looking and looking and looking. You know that its eyesight is not as great, like its hearing senses and smelling senses. You can see when it catches or grabs a smell or a scent of some sort, then it will put its head down and start walking towards the scent is coming from, and then you'll see their heads they will be moving quite a lot, and then also their ears will be moving about, listening to their surroundings, because these animals as close as 2 meters away from you. Let's just stand still, and if you make funny noise, then it will jump and just move away from you. So it's much nicer and quite easier to walk the white rhinos. That doesn't mean that they won't injure or cause damage, but it's they tolerate walks or walking with them if you experience more than a white rhino, because a black rhino will kill you, attack and kill you. It won't even give you a chance to be 5 meters away from you. It will either move away from you or attack. Yes, that was very quick. And this one is coming for a drink. Let me continue because I paused there. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh, beautiful. So this one I can't really see whether it's a male or female, because sometimes you find females on their own, especially when they don't have cuffs, and sometimes you find them in small little groups. But the males, they like spending their time on their own, but you sometimes see them joining their females. Yeah, Jeff Bunny, now call them bonsai elephants. Just like a warthog, I call it a bonsai rhino. Yeah, so that's what this one will be drinking, and because they feed on lots of grasses, so what happens is they need to drink water every day, and especially when it's quite cooler, you'll see them going to drink. When it's quite warm, they don't really care much about the heat, but they will prefer to go and sit in the shade and stuff. But if they see a need to go and graze during the day, they will do that. Aulana Mosing met one rhino so long ago. He was such a gentle person. Honolulu Zoo. Yes, white rhinos actually are quite relaxed. They're quite relaxed, and like they are aggressive, but not as viciously aggressive like a black rhino. And do not get me wrong, these animals, if they charge, they charge. Like they will cause damage. And some people, because they know them as like calm creatures, what they do is they tend to break that safety or comfortable zone between the car and the rhino. So then it becomes probably charges, and it's very quick. So if you can see it getting spooked, you'll see it's easy on its toes, very easy. So it weighs up to 2,000 kilograms. That's about 5,000 pounds. Yeah, because the black rhino is quite small, about 800, about 1,008, 1,006, 1,008 pounds. So this one is quite huge, and their number is slowly going up because they're not critically endangered anymore. Yes, let's go to another one. Ready? Let's go to another one, brother. What did I do here? Let me press play. Oh, you see now? It's been a while not doing this. I'm going to start afresh, maybe post camp. What's happening here? Where am I? What am I doing? Mary, hold on a bit, beautiful people. Hold on a bit, beautiful people. Hold on a bit. I think I did. I did touch. Yes, now I'm back. I'm good. I know. Then I go there. Yes. Yes, Mary. Yes, Mary. I'm good. Yes, you can see there's a beautiful, beautiful side striped jackal there. And let me check whether it's a substriped jackal, because I saw this on the recorded clip. The substriped jackal, its tail is a little bit whitish, and the black backed. It's I think that was a black backed jackal. That was a black backed jackal. Let me go a little bit back and see whether it's a side stripe. Sorry to see the black tail, because and then this one is a black back jackal. Yeah, I believe it's a black back jackal. So it's walking on its own, because can't really see the white colors here because of this light that comes with this camera. And what happens is we've seen quite a few movements of side-striped jackal around here in Pridelands, and also find side-striped jackal in this area called Boskamp. And then what they do, they're also active at night. We'll see them hunting mostly in pairs, and these ones they also live in pairs, and they pair or bond for life. And when sometime next month, September, October, yeah, a lot of this time, September, October, they'll be starting to mate. And what happens at gestation period will take about 2 months, and we're going to see new pups roaming around. So because we have a pair that loves being around the western side of where I'm sitting right now, in this area called Impala Plains, so hopefully we'll be seeing all these pups when they grow, and maybe that den side won't be far away from that. And because they're also territorial, and they tend to stick around in that area that they love most. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Woo! Woo! That's their call. Let's go to another one, Mary. Let's go to another one that also in Boskamp. Oh, Boskamp is very busy. Boskamp is very busy. So let's see who's moving about. So let's see who's moving about. So it happened on 28th of July. It looks like, whoa, look at that. So you see, is this a steenbok or it's a common tiger? Please let me know. I paused there. Simon and Neil, yeah. Okay, so what I'm waiting for an answer. Let me answer this question from Simon and Nelia. Will a male rhino kill a calf if he thinks it's not his offspring? So what happens is that's seldom, if where you find a rhino mating with a different female that's not from his territory, because what happens is rhinos, like male rhinos, what they do is they do tolerate other rhinos, and some animals they not like the predators, because I'm talking about animal like the prey species. Most of the time they do tolerate other males, especially the territorial ones in their territory. But if they don't have water holes in, see where this back. Let's go. Oh, look, see where this back. You think there's a different one? I think so. I think there's a different civet. Yeah, I think the different civet. Yeah, that's beautiful. And it's happening live. Yes, as I was saying there, sort of that was so interesting. It had, I think it felt that we're coming to take it live, and then it had a quick drink, and then off it went. So yes, Simon, Anila, what happens is animals like prey species, what they do is they do tolerate other males to come into a territory, but they have to stay as submissive as possible. They don't have to bother their females, they don't have to urine spray or mark the territory. They have to come and drink water, and off they go. So in most cases, the females, they are impregnated by the male that owns a territory, because what happens is, if you've seen most of the animals, not all, but I've seen with lions, what happens is, if the new males take over, and then what happens is these females will test these new males on whether they are strong enough, or they want to stay here. They can build or start family with them. So what happens is lions are known to have this thing called the fake oestrus. So what happens, they'll pretend as if they're ready to mate and stuff, and it just like they test these how serious are these new gens, because if they're not really serious, and females won't like, sometimes what they do is they fight back these females. That's why sometimes when there's a territorial takeover, especially between nomadic males and territorial males, we sometimes see these females charging, helping the territorial male, which is the father to their offspring, and then trying to chase this one or two nomadic males are trying to take over territory. Especially it happens when they are still young. But yes, I haven't heard of that. I don't think it's possible, because it's possible in I've never seen it, but I've read about it in zebras. If zebras senses that a male zebra says that the pregnancy is not his, he will force to mate with or to mount the female until it loses its baby. And yeah, and what happens is, if they sense that the offspring or foal is not theirs, they will kill it, because they have these vicious incisors. They will bite it, and they will kick it, they will push it, and yeah. So it happens in zebras. Yes, Arda Ramo is saying that this is a dike. And Mary is saying a dike. Simon dike. Proper dike. Wendy, welcome. You're not late. You're here. And yes, this is a common dike. Yes, it's not a steenbok. What happens is, steenboks are not really active at this time of the day, and what happens is they stick around these areas where they know they can camouflage beautifully, and they have huge ears. And this one weighs 2 times the steenbok, because steenbok can weigh up to 12 kilograms. And these ones are grayish in color, and a steenbok is like a light brownish in color. And then this one is mostly active at night. It likes to feed at night, but you can see it during the day, but they are also more active at night. And these ones, when you look at their droppings, where they defecate, they don't hide or try to bury their droppings. So the steenbok, they try by all means to try and bury their droppings, because their tracks can be very similar. But when you see that behavior, maybe see these droppings have been buried a little bit, you might get an answer of your tracks that are next to that area where that animal defecated. Yes, Judy, zebras can be very vicious. That's why the lions and hyenas, they think twice before hunting them. So let's get to another one, Mary. This is a common take. Yes, Boskamp was busy. 27th of July. Let's see what's happening there. The wildebeest is right, top right corner there. They're coming straight to waterhole. So these ones, they've never been into migration. So they know that there's no croc there, but what happens is they know that crocs might be there, but they've been drinking this water hole for quite some time, so they know that there's no croc. So that's why they just going fully in there. Because what happens is, in most cases, the wildebeest, they don't just drink. And also antelopes, they don't just drink. They look around and scan and see, and sometimes they do sense the predator inside there. That's a croc. And you will see these ones, they are very, very thirsty. So because they can see all of them, they are drinking, but they know that there's more individuals coming. That's why it's safer for them to drink, because they know if one comes, oh, there's the other one running there. So if they know that if an individual sees a predator lurking around, they will be alarming. Beautiful, beautiful blue wildebeest. Okay, let's go to our last clip, and then we're going to view our photos. And then yes, Mary. Oh, what happened? Did they press something wrong again? They're supposed to be playing. Yeah, I'm double clicking there. I think this thing stopped. Oh, it's frozen. Mary, this thing is not responding, brother. And I'm trying to. Ooh. There's some technical issues here. But why these wildebeest are doing this? Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Yes, Miri. Yes, Miri. This is the last clip. I found it. It's playing, brother. It's playing, brother. Let's see this. Let's see this clip. This happened at Kwenga Waterhole, just the 4th of August. Not long ago, 6 days ago. So hopefully you'll be seeing what's happening here, and then we'll be wrapping up the show very soon, because now it's nearly the end of the show. So what's happening? You can see the flying insects, and I believe they're nocturnal because the time is just after dark. Whoa! We have the vicious carnivores coming. I don't know, these ones, the Breakaway Pride, or it is the main Gati Pride having a drink there, because there's supposed to be 4 lines. Oh, third one joining in. So I want to see if I do see Lazy Larry. Oh, this looks like Lazy Larry. If you guys watches or follow Penny Dog, you will be familiar with the third line there. The male sub-adult called Lazy Larry, because he's also at the always at the back, but his behavior changes very quickly when it's time to hunt, and sometimes he's the one that mess up hunts. Hey, Safarin. Yes, there's some gremlins here. They want to be part of the show. And so these lions are going to be drinking. You can see they're not full, so it means that they might be at this time, that's after 6 p.m. So they will be trying by all means to oh, Mary, sorry, I forgot to pause there. Yes, those lions, I did pause, Mary. You can come back to me, brother. Yeah, so those lions are like trying to hunt, and hopefully they had a hunt that day, because that happened 6 days ago. And before we we forget. Maybe I'll be a little bit quick here. I want to go for viewer photos and see who sent us photos this week. We only have 4 photos at least. Yes, Mary. Here are the photos, but here's the photo. Here's the photo. The photo is on screen. So we have a beautiful female, and we can see without looking at the warts on its face, we can see the pose. It's like a woman, like on heels. You can see that. Like this is a female warthog. It's from Mike, and Mike was here with Charlie, and they stayed at Leopard's Lair. So it was nice meeting Mike, and they're from England. And yes, it was so nice being around. I'm sure he enjoyed Pride Lands and also Leopard's Lair, and now they went to Skukuza, so hopefully they will be enjoying the rest of their trip. And then thank you, Mike, for borrowing us your son. So let's go to another one. Ooh, we have Suki, and you know who's Suki? Suki, it's the mother to the person who's helping me on the show, who's in FC, that's Final Control, and Suki is having this beautiful black-looking toad, which is called the Cape Mountain toad, and it's also known as voiceless amphibian, because it doesn't make any call and it doesn't hear. So that's why you see them in clashes, not making any calls and stuff when trying to mate with the females, and it's endemic to the area where it is. That's Cape Town. That's Table Mountain Nature Reserve. You find them there in these mountainous areas in the southwestern Cape. Beautiful, beautiful photo there. Whoa, this is awesome. Mary, let me go to another one, brother. So this one is not very, it's very small, but it's about 26 millimeters. So it's quite a small, little, beautiful amphibian. And we have Ranger S, a fork-tailed drongo. Beautiful bird. It's easy to identify because you see the tail there. It looks like a fork. So that's why I call it fork-tailed drongo. It's so interesting that it can mimic up to 50 different bird calls. So that's how it survives. Yeah, do you know how Bucket is doing? Bucket is doing great. I was with Bucket a few days ago with Brenty and the visitors who are our viewers, Velma and Joyce. They are here in South Africa in the meantime, so they came here for a couple of days. Then we managed to see Bucket. She's grown. She's beautiful. Yes, Mary. So a fork-tailed drongo from Ranger S, and we have the last photo, an orange-breasted bushrack from Mike. So this was Mike's alarm for the morning, because it was alarming or making calls or a sound 6 o'clock exactly in the morning. So yes, so this is the last. So Mary, last photo, brother. Mary, listen, those lions are back. Elephant camp. They went quiet. Yeah, they went quiet. I can only hear a frog. Atropo's Bucket. Bucket is this lion, that beautiful lion that Brenty found in Leadwood. So that lion was, she's female, and he found her very small, very tiny, and she got lost. She split away from the mother and the rest of the pride. Then she followed the boys for a couple of days, and Brenty found her there, and then caught him nice and beautiful and safely so. And then she was so small that Brenty just to make sure that she was inside a bucket. She carried her with a bucket, so that's why I think it's called Bucket. Yes, but if you can go to Painted Dog TV on YouTube, you will see there's the tales. I think it's tale of 2 mothers there and stuff. Like, then there's some documentary about Bucket getting lost. Beautiful, I can say documentary. It's beautiful, it's nice, but do not forget to have your napkins or your toilet paper or cloth to wipe your tears, because it's such a very emotional journey of Bucket. Yes, Mary, let's rush to this. I have an ant here. I'm going to talk about an ant, That's it, because I do have a fly here, but I'm going to talk about an ant. So this ant, I found it dead. So we have a pool here around, so I was looking around, and then I found this ant. And then we're going to check, because ants, they have like these, oh, look at that, 6 legs. But this one, oh, look at that, and it's one antenna. Oh, they're both antennas there. Okay, let me do this. Mary, I think I need to put this in the middle, so that then when you come to it, then I don't dazzle the eyes of the viewers. So I just wanna go back again. Yes, I wanna dazzle their eyes. So look at the hair. So let me adjust it a bit. Okay, let me adjust it a bit. Yes, please bear with me. It's a tiny little thing here that I think it's a millimeter in length, because I can't really see it because it's very small, but here it appears very big. Yes, this is a beautiful, nice ant. So you can see all those vital areas there being smashed through the abdomen. It carries the heart and reproductive parts. So if you smash, or if a predator attacks it and then chews off its abdomen, what happens? It dies very quickly, because that's where the sting is. That's where it releases all the pheromones, especially when they're moving, because you can see, and they quite walk in this single file. Yeah, man, let's go there quickly. It stopped. Sorry, Mary. Sorry, man. I can't hear anything. Sorry, Mary. Yes, so this is. So you can see there's antennas there, just right in front there, detecting when the thing is walking, the ant. And sometimes we'll see each other shaking antennas or shaking hands, if I can put it that way. Maybe they're greeting each other, and I cannot really see the mandible there, but that's the mouth part. So you can see sometimes it slices, because what they do is they have to slice their food, and they have to slice what they carry. Yes, and then they have these head, thorax, and abdomen. So they still have, I think there's only 5 legs left here, but yeah, you can see in the middle of the abdomen, there's a piece where that middle leg was supposed to be there, and you can see there's hair that detects all information, what's happening around them. And yes, what's happening is Khaya is about to close the show. Mary, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much, my G. Thank you so much, my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, if I didn't mention your name on the show, I'm really sorry, but next week I'll be doing the show, same time, same place, different topic and different animal to see and to watch under a microscope. Mary, thank you so much, brother, for helping me, and thank you so much, Khaya, for being with people for about 58 minutes. We really appreciate that, and thank you so much, beautiful people, for joining, and thank you so much for questions, comments, and your support, and watching the show. I believe that you did enjoy it as I did. Khaya loves you, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.